Good morning. Or maybe it's just morning. Because sometimes it's not a good morning yet. And I want to respect that space. Because I have mornings too that don't always start so good. And if you're watching this in the morning or the afternoon or in the evening, or one of those quiet middle of the night moments when sleep doesn't come, welcome. It is morning time for me. It's a calm one, a kind of morning I don't always allow myself, especially when I was younger. Today we're going to have a cozy little conversation with no rushing, no fixing, and not pretending that we have it all figured out. I'll be doing some simple and comforting chores around the house or tasks. Maybe a little decluttering, maybe a little painting, maybe just sitting around quietly with a cup of tea. And I invite you to do the same. Maybe we can just do a few chores together, like two friends hanging out, having some conversations. Whatever feels right for you today. I'm not here as an expert, and I'm not a therapist. I am just a retired senior who's lived some life and who is still learning. So let's just call this some gentle advice from someone who's been there. I've got a cup of tea. I made some overnight oats last night, so I'm just gonna grab those. And let's sit down and relax for a bit and see where the day takes us. When life starts to feel overwhelming, one of the biggest questions I get is, how do you move forward when your life feels full and heavy and so uncertain? I feel like this question could be about retirement or about any time in a person's life. Whatever your age or stage of life, I think we all feel this question at some point in all of our lives. Speaking as a senior, many of us over 60 are carrying the weight of everything we didn't start earlier. Did I save enough? Have I lived enough? Have I loved enough? That alone could stop any one of us cold freeze us right in our tracks and get lost in where to move forward first. So here's what helped me. If life or a goal feels scary, is too big, instead of saying, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my life, try this instead. Today, I'm going to spend 10 minutes thinking about what brings me peace and what I want to accomplish. Just 10 minutes. Take a large question and minimize it to something that is manageable. Now, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't say, I'm going to build a successful channel in 1 year. That was too big of a goal for me. It was overwhelming to think about. How could I rise to the top when I didn't even know where to start? So large goals do take some time. I had no experience when I wanted to take on the YouTube world. So I said to myself, today I'm going to watch one video and notice what I like and go from there. Just building and learning. That was it. No pressure, no defined expectations. Asking myself along the way, did I like it or not like it? And that was it. Then these tiny steps added up without exhaustion and frustration. Now, whenever I have a large task or goal in mind, I just take things one piece at a time, layering and building my learning, growing and improving in my own pace. Over time, having a small agenda rather than a large agenda alleviates the tension and frustration. It makes the journey so much more fun and hopefully manageable. When it comes to YouTube, I'm still learning. Still not that great, but I'm not frustrated or overwhelmed. Overnight oats. It's pretty delicious. I'm so glad I made some last night. Might need a little peanut butter though, but it's so good. I'm really enjoying my breakfast and my tea this morning. The little things sometimes. It's time to clean out this drawer, and I have a new project that I have been wanting to start for this year. So let's empty it out and let's get started. It's been full of like office equipment and things that I used when I was still at work. So I've been out of work for 2 years, retired. So I think it's time this drawer gets some better use. One of the intentions I set for myself for this year is to reduce my doom scrolling. And I came up with a few ideas on how I'm going to achieve that. Now, doom scrolling for me is, I don't know if it's out of control or if it's in control, but I thought maybe I was spending too much time with the screen in front of my face, and maybe there are better things I could be doing that are more creative. So I set myself some goals. They're not really goals. Goals sound to be a little too frustrating if I don't achieve them. So these really are intentions. And a few things I want to do a little more of to create more joy and to reduce the doom scrolling is to continue my watercoloring and explore those skills and see if I can get better. And if I don't get better, it's okay. I'm just enjoying the ride while I'm on it. I want to start junk journaling. So this year, that is one of the intentions that I will use to help offset some of that doom scrolling. And that's the intention of that dresser drawer bureau. So if I fill up that dresser drawer with a few things that will make me happy or entice me to step away from my screens, then that would be great. So, and I want to read 12 books this year, whether it's by audio through the library or large print, because I have an eye movement disorder and sometimes it's hard for me to read. And I want to thrift a couple of times a month because I feel like I need to change a few things up in my house. Like let a few things go and bring something back in that makes me feel a little more connected to my environment. Okay. So some people ask me, Diane, how do you keep trying new things or find new things to do and then just kind of move on without really mastering anything? And that's because that's what life is about for me, is to explore new things, try new things, and figure out what I like, or go back to my youth and take those things that I did like from my youth and bring them back and see how I feel about them again. So if you're thinking your confidence or your skills or something is creating a roadblock for you, I can tell you that I have felt this on more than one occasion. And at this age, we often feel like we should know what we are doing before we begin. And I don't necessarily believe that to be true. Now, in this box was stuff from when I was working. So in that dresser drawer, this stuff is about 2 years old, and it was from the days that I was working in education. and it no longer suits me. And those kind of changes can be really good. Some of the best things in my life some of the best things in my life have come from trying things before I knew or I felt I was ready. Like, I don't need all the information on how to start junk journaling. I don't need the perfect timing. I don't need permission other than giving myself grace and the gift of time to go ahead and just begin and to learn just as I go. And this is exactly why I am practicing my watercolor paintings and why I like it so much. The outcomes are so different and so unexpected. I let the creativity come to me. And sometimes I'm happy with the outcomes and other times not so much. But I don't want to give up. I just want to see where this takes me. And I feel like maybe that watercoloring is branching out into this junk journaling. It's become my mini journey back to the creative person I was in my youth. It feels so good to explore old hobbies again. I've got like 2 fans. Like 3 or 4 of these wood stands, a bunch of office equipment. Oh, there's another stand. And I don't know, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of office work, I think, anymore. So I'm happy I'm cleaning this out. And this week I had a definite thought in my mind to create a watercolor based off of a coffee mug that I've been using lately, and the fact that I was in the hospital over Christmas. Yeah. Long story short, Christmas was canceled and I'm feeling really good, but I want to somehow paint a picture in memory of this time, because it was a time lost and a time felt and a time that I overcame. And rather than doom scrolling, I feel like this is a great way to get out that old energy and bring in some new. Sometimes when I talk to other people, they'll comment and say, "Diane, you seem so comfortable in your own skin." And the fact is I really am comfortable in my own skin. But if you are like me, you have a sense of discomfort around people. And I think having or feeling a sense of discomfort is relatively normal. In this case, I'm talking about being around others and building relationships. Yeah, gray hair's a thing. Look at that. We're gonna clean up a little bit in the bathroom and maybe take care of a little bit of this. So making friends was so much easier when I was in my youth and in high school. When I moved to this 55 plus community, it was a little harder. And when I was working, I had my work friends, and then I stopped working and I didn't have my work friends, and my work friends feel more like acquaintances, and I would really much prefer a good friendship. You know, someone I could really talk to, share experiences with, and enjoy a lot of laughter and good times. Hope that stays. So I do think we all need someone that we could talk to as a friend, do things with, laugh, cry, that you can relate to, and someone who can actually see you for the person that you are. Right? It's about relating with other people. Finding things in common. Not pretending to be somebody that you're not. So when I meet someone new, I tend to feel awkward, especially in the beginning. And I just want you to know that when that happens, it's okay. You're gonna make mistakes, it's gonna feel awkward, and you might even feel foolish. But that doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means that you're alive. It's looking a little better. Every mistake or emotional challenge in meeting someone is proof that you're moving forward and you're not moving backwards. I'm comfortable around a lot of people. I would rather stay home. I would find a calm corner. And if I'm at a party, I would just rather find a corner and sit there for a bit. But I can't stay home all the time. That just wouldn't be good for me. I could easily turn into some sort of hermit and get way too comfortable with being alone. I feel a lot of discomfort being around and meeting new people. I do have a few good friends in my life, and I have one right now that I truly cherish. As I tell you this, I still find that maintaining the relationship can still be hard, and it takes work. I probably should have put on some gloves. It'll be okay. This is looking so much better. Oh, maybe you're getting a chore or two done too. All right, we're just gonna let that dry. So here's what I do. I text my friend like once a week at a minimum, and I make plans with her, or try to like once or twice a week. I work on getting to know her better by sharing stories and experiences about myself. It can feel so awkward, but over time it does get easier because I feel like we're learning to trust each other at the same time. And we laugh a whole lot more, which is really, really cool. I don't know about this puffy part of my hair. I gotta tame that down. Now, since I retired, and I wish I had learned this sooner, is that how could I have been a little gentler with myself in my time? Many of us were taught that rest had to be earned, that productivity equaled worth. Like, as much time as you put in, you would reap the benefits from all that. And that slowing down meant falling behind. And I had to unlearn that. Some days, your best looks like getting things done, right? Being productive, checking those boxes, creating a checklist, and getting it all done at all costs. And that's not how I want to do things anymore. And some of my days now are letting the world pass by until I'm ready to get up and master as much or as little as I can. And that still counts. Now, for a while, I felt some guilt around that, and it was hard to manage for a bit, but I really let that go. And if you're feeling some guilt surrounding the fact that you just laid around all day, got nothing done, then try this. Don't speak to yourself in a way that you would never speak to one of your friends. Give yourself grace and kindness. Kindness matters here. Allow yourself to rest, to recharge. Let your mind and your body settle. In life, taking shortcuts might not be the right answer. If you prioritize yourself, you can be the best person you can be for yourself and for others. And that is just being gentler and kinder to yourself. I wish I had learned that earlier. Another thing I had to learn was how to cope with things that I can't control. You know, as a mom and a woman, sometimes we are masters of trying to control and keep our house moving forward and our kids moving forward, and that takes a sense of control. And what I realized later in life is that those things I want to have less control over. And learning that came probably a hard way with time and experience. And frustration, especially in some situations. And I often thought about how I could cope with things I simply could not control anymore. And sometimes it feels like the world is just falling apart, and I want you to know that you don't have to control those things. Or I don't have to control those things. Maybe you do have to control those things. I don't know, but I feel like I don't have to control a lot of those things anymore. And there's a special kind of frustration that comes with this stage of life. Like there's health, there's time, there's other people's minds and imaginations, and the past. And when life feels a little stuck, then I focus on what I can control. Like I can control my small little routines in the house or in my life. And I can control some of my relationships, right? That's on me. And I can control creating something meaningful, which is a big part of where I'm at right now. I feel like I've kind of evolved into this creativity phase in my life. And it's happened a little slowly, quietly, but things are definitely shifting. And when I feel like I'm stuck, I try a few different things to shake it up. Like I want to shake up my schedule and just kind of jolt me into a different headspace. Just to give things a fresh start or to kickstart something new. And I do this to kind of trick my mind into thinking and doing something differently. So here's what I do. Sometimes I take a shower at a different time. Like instead of the morning, I'll take it at night, especially if I want to kind of stop my mind from moving too fast before I go to bed. Or I'll take a walk at a different time. Or I'll take a walk at a different place, a new environment. Or I'll go sit outside, or I'll sit in a park or in a library. A little something different in the schedule gives my mind the change it needs to redirect or free itself to be more creative and meaningful. One of my favorite things that I learned in my later years, and the one that I'm having the most fun with, is experiencing how do I decompress? How do I slow down, relax, or even unwind? And a few things have helped me. Getting outside for like 10 minutes, even briefly. Just to experience the sun on me for like 10 minutes on my skin feels so rewarding. It's like having a warm, cozy focus. Lighting a candle in a dark room. Dimming the lights, or spraying my bread, or spraying my bed with perfume. Listening to soft music, and taking a warm bath to wash away the day and the evening. Nothing fancy, just signals to the body that it's safe to rest now. I might have started talking about this a little earlier, but this is one of the ways that I organize my busy mind, and I kind of call it a dump list. Maybe you've heard of that before. But now that I'm retired, I would have thought that my thoughts would have slowed down, and that simply is not the case. So if you're asking, how do I sort through all the jumbled thoughts that are bouncing around in my head? That's a surprisingly to me, and yet still a wonderful, great question that I underappreciated. And I do use some old school ways of like jotting things down, and I use some new technology to kind of help me focus. And if you are feeling like your thoughts are very jumbled, you're not alone. Writing things down helps me. Not because I'll forget, it's because there's too many things floating around, and sometimes they come forward and sometimes they go backward in my mind. But because there's so much in there, sometimes I need to just get it out so I can finally relax. And sometimes I'll even write the simplest things like eat lunch, or rest, or breathe, or meditate, or dance. Not because I don't know how, or not because I didn't forget. It's because it gives me permission in my day to say that those small little things are priorities and do need to be accomplished to make me feel happy and to give me joy. Because I do want this to be the best year. So I have lists of things that I want to accomplish financially, and a list of things for home maintenance and repairs. But those are different kind of lists. The lists I'm talking about here today are like brain dump lists that are intended here and act more like a guide. Like they are more like intentions. They are not goals, and they are not reasons to frustrate me or to create disappointment. They are options to make me feel accomplished. Like I can do one or two on the list, I can do all of them on the list, and they are all different options without the pressure of being precise. Like for example, when I talk about being healthy, I could choose from a menu of different things. Like I could choose exercise, I could choose a walk, I could lift weights, I could ride my e-bike, whatever I'm feeling in that particular day. So I'm just kind of not really locked into a high-end goal, just an intention. Or I could choose a meal prep and make a healthy dinner, or just simply plan the weekly shopping list. I do think a lot about travel. I want to keep travel in the forefront of this year. So I could research some place to travel, or reach out to a friend for travel advice, or create a mini list of ideas as a starting point, and then build on those in the weeks ahead. I keep these brain dump goals with a lot of flexibility, because some days I can get more done, and some days I just get less done. Some days can just get wonky, and unexpected things can happen. I have lowered my expectations of what gets done, and I'm generally happy with just about anything that gets accomplished. This list does give me some priority of what's on my mind to get done, and it does keep me focused. Otherwise, things are just floating around in my head and they just get lost, and I don't know when they're gonna come back. It could be 10 minutes or it could be 2 days. I'm not really sure sometimes. I hope you are enjoying getting things done today and enjoying our conversation. And I hope this video does bring you some sense of joy. If you're still feeling overwhelmed and you're not sure what to do, let's keep trying to get our life together. You don't need to be fearless. Just be kind. Feel softer again. If you try any of these suggestions and you're not sure if any of them are for you, just ask yourself, will I feel relieved later or regretful? If the answer is lying in there somewhere, you'll usually find the truth. If you take nothing else from today, let it be this: you're allowed to break free from any limitations. Take what you can from this. Try whatever fits your life or not. Thank you for sitting with me today. And if this felt comforting, I hope you'll stay a while with me. This is going to be your year, and I'm really glad that you're here with me. Thanks for watching.